Your time is now to become a champion of your real estate brand. Are you ready? Welcome to the stage. It's your moment to shine. Level up your game. Success is on the line. Okay. Your time is now to become a champion of your real estate brand. Are you ready? Let's go. The Champions Podcast starts now.
And she's got a pretty good deal as far as, she's getting the leads. It's 25%. There's zero fees. It's going to outweigh each other. The biggest difference is ownership. The biggest difference is stock. She's not going to benefit any of that. So that's where I came and I said, listen, you've got a good thing. I'm not going to shoot down what you're doing. You like it. If anybody comes to me and they say, Jason, that's an ugly sweater,
Yeah.
I'm going to not want to talk to those people because I like this sweater.
Yeah, of course.
Right? So if I come down and shoot down her brokerage that she enjoys,
Nah, it's
why
not
don't you
gonna
talk
work.
to me, right?
Yeah, of
So
course.
it was just that to say, hey, you've got a good thing, and that's how I kind of play that. I don't know if you're open-minded, but the way I run business is a little different. But when you talk about investing and building a future, a son that's 16 going to college, those
Yep.
are all the dots I'm connecting. I'm listening to that stuff, and then I'm like, well, you want to take care of your son? Well, what about a willable future for him
Of
if
course.
something happens? You're doing 30 transactions.
Stick a couple agents under her, and whatever she makes in rev share can go towards her fund for. But was it flipping? Was she talking about flipping houses
Yeah,
or?
yeah, flipping
Yeah.
or yeah, something more rentals or something like that. But
Yeah.
same difference.
Cool.
But
It's
that's the
really
thing.
cool.
Like I use that because I'm like, hey, I'm doing it a little differently, but I'm going to be making more money. She's very comfortable where she's at. She's doing good, 25%, no fees, no
She's
getting some
comfortable.
leads. But it's going to come a time where that 50-50 leads is going to be majority her leads because those are all going to become return clients.
She'll outgrow it, and she's been there since she
Yes.
started, so she doesn't really know
Yes.
anything else.
That's it.
Um,
She's going to outgrow it. I love that.
Yeah, she'll outgrow it at some point. The only thing is she won't know that unless somebody shows her otherwise. So that's cool that you've planted a seed there, or will next week anyway. So
Those are my calls that I do every day. It's just that.
nice.
Yeah, yeah, I'm just having those conversations. That's what Steve and I are doing on those calls. Steve's having a little harder time right now with them.
Really.
And I just think it's you got to make a connection. You got to intently listen. And
Yeah.
like I said, I'm listening to what's important to her. It's her world. I just stuck my foot in there and said,
Yeah.
"Hey,
I get that. The connection thing's huge. I'm actually starting to do that differently now with my LinkedIn outreach.
oh, are you?
Um,
What are you doing on that?"
I know there's two ways to build out a multi-level marketing business. You either go by volume or you go by quality. So basically, you'll have people in the US that do it. There's a guy here that does the number one sponsor in Spain. I think he's like number 8 globally or something like that. He's pure volume. He's just message after message after message, and eventually someone joins, and then it's just repeat, 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 repeat. Another one joins, repeat, repeat, repeat. Someone else joins. Whereas that never worked very well for me because I didn't like it and I didn't feel any connection. I don't know, it just doesn't sit right with me. So what I'm doing now is taking my time to go through different profiles, look at people's experiences, and then if there's something that identifies with my experience or my mindset or whatever, then I'll reach out to them talking about that. Like there was a guy that used to do bar work. I was like, oh, I used to do bar work, so I thought I'd reach out to you. I'm creating a team of, he was young. I was like, I'm creating an unstoppable, untamable team of young, hungry agents here at EXP. Would you be open to hear more about it, kind of thing, like along those lines? And it's working better than it is with just my like copy paste, copy paste, copy paste messages. So always look for that connection, and I always look for a way to identify with those agents.
And it
Yeah.
is. I think building that relationship's good. I think that's a smart approach. And those are just like direct messages you're sending out.
Initially, that's my LinkedIn
Yeah,
tactic at the moment. So yeah, I'm just reaching out to people through LinkedIn that have similar interests, so at least 2 years experience.
good.
And I don't know why, but this kind of sounds stupid, but I really want younger agents, mid to late 20 agents, maybe my age, 30. I know I could go for like 50 plus, and maybe they've been in the business for like 20 years would be way better. But I just find that if I find someone, my thinking is somebody always has to be the best agent in their area. So when that 60-year-old guy that's been selling homes there for like 30 years and he is the best leaves, somebody has to take his place.
Mhm.
And I want that person who's coming next to be
Yeah.
in EXP.
Well,
Everyone else.
and I mean, just like everything we do, you've got to build your avatar. Who do you want around you,
Mhm.
right? We talk about that book, Who Not How. It's
Yeah.
one of our favorites, and it's that to say, hey, who do I want? Yeah, I could talk to that 60-year-old, but yeah, their mindset's going to be different. Maybe even an exit strategy or just selling their
Yeah.
business.
Hmm.
So yeah, having that in mind is a great piece. I talked to a young lady yesterday very similar. Been in the business 3 years and she's selling 50 homes a year.
Wow.
3 years
Nice.
in the business. She's crushing it. It's things like that. Yeah, she's that next top dog. And so that's when it's like, hey, let's talk about opportunity. And I even asked her, I said, hey, what's your plans over the next 12 years or 12 years, 12 months?
Right.
What's your plans over the next 12 months as far as your goals? And she's like, oh, I don't really know. And so she doesn't know where she wants to be in December of 2026, which is okay. I get it. 3 years in the business, still feeling it. But that's where I told her, I said, all right, hey, I'm going to challenge you and I'm going to challenge you a little bit more with my next question. Where do you want to be in 3 to 5 years? She's got three kids. All right. She's got three daughters just like mine, but hers are younger. And I think the oldest was 7, and I think the youngest is like 2.5, something like that. So I said, where do you want to be in 3 to 5 years? Look at your kids. Your oldest will be 10/12. Where are you and your husband at that moment? And she's like, gosh, I really think about that stuff. I said, this is why I want to challenge you. I want you to start thinking about that stuff because now, especially as these kids grow, you experience it, Ian. I experience it. These kids grow and life continually changes, right? Whether it's sports, whether it's school, whether it's whatever, it's constantly changing. And you don't know, especially being a parent. And,
Right.
you deal with the first one, then the second one, you're like, all right, cool, I kind of know. But it's like, and I told her, I said, listen, I'll challenge you here. And at the end of the day, I had said, listen, I'm not asking you to, make a change, but I'm asking you to see what is best for your family. And she's like, gosh, I've never thought about, changing brokerages or anything like that. And I said, you're a smart woman. She's got it in business. She's got a great sphere. She's great connection. She is. She's awesome. So yeah, how does that benefit the family? And that makes a huge impact. And so
Hmm.
you've got to have those right people. So I love that you're thinking that way about that avatar. Go after that
Yeah.
age group, the generation, because they are. It may be a better conversation because they're a little bit hungrier. Somebody who is 60 isn't going to be as hungry. It's just a different conversation. What do they need?
Yeah, it is.
Are they running a team of 50? Now it's a different conversation of what a transition could look like in their remaining real estate years.
I mean, it's either I would have, older people in my team. I have a mix
Right.
of
No, I understand what you're
everything at the
saying.
moment. To have just a fresh batch of new people, not new experience, but just younger people with full of like energy and really hungry, like, the first
Yep.
couple of years in business, how energy it is. I just love to have that within the group to spill over and just affect everyone else and get everyone motivated. I think
Brother,
that's my
that's
thinking.
the conversation you should have with agents.
Exactly. That's exactly
Come
my
with that
point.
passion, come with that energy, and just tell the agents, hey, this is what I'm looking for. Is that you? And they say, no.
Mhm.
All right, bye. Move on. And it's just such as real estate come from abundance. Be okay that, hey, I'm telling you what I
Always.
need. Are you that person? Or you connect with somebody on a phone or in person, and you're like, Ian, I love your energy, man. You're somebody I really want to work with. And very similar to what I was talking to that girl with before. I don't know really where you are with your business, but mine's taking off, and I want to share some of the ideas and
Mhm.
see how it all relates to you. Would you be open to that? If they say no, all right, bye bye again, because you're not an open minded person. That's part of my avatar. You've got to be open minded. My challenge for you, Ian, write that down, put it in front of you, who that avatar is, make a list,
Oh,
and all right, hey, I want the 20s, I want the 2 years experience, I want open mindedness if that's important to you, whatever's important, energy, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Write it down, put it in front of you. And so that way, when you sit at your computer every day, you're like, that's my plan. And then
yeah.
go out and make 5 contacts a day.
Go out and make it happen. I can talk to them. I can like check each thing off. Like, are they hiring
Yeah.
you? Yes. Check. Yeah,
It's,
yeah, definitely,
dude, I've
definitely.
got stuff posted everywhere. With my boards, I've got little pieces of paper on my computer. It's all reminders, man, because
Yeah.
I can't remember everything. So put that up there, just like your vision board, brother. Put it up there in front of you. And yeah, you could use it as a check mark a checklist as you're having conversations. Keep building. And I think you mentioned it in a text too. Stay consistent, right?
Yes.
Start now. Be consistent. I know it's Thursday. Who cares? Be consistent Thursday and Friday this week.
Oh
And then
yeah.
next week, 5 days a week. And boom, and just go. That's going to build that momentum. Don't wait till January 1st. Start today, Thursday, the 4th of
Yeah.
December. I normally don't
Yeah,
like to say
we
date.
gotta get
I
rid
don't
of
like to
that.
say dates.
We gotta get rid of that. I'll start next year thing.
Yeah.
It needs to happen now.
Do
And this is kind of plays into something that I'm thinking of recently as it comes to the end of the year and the start of a new year and everything. There's loads of changes. Everybody thinks about things different ways and whatever else. Do you do like of the year thing? I know some people do it. I think I actually learned about it from Rodney and Amanda back when they did the calls every week. But it was like, I think, what's your word for this year? And it kind of like it's establish how you do things and the way you do things and the way you think throughout the rest of the year. I don't know if you do that.
I did it. I did years ago. I
Okay.
remember it, and I don't really remember what the word was at that time, but it was in the moment, and I liked it. And then it did kind of into the next year, which I think was into 2025 here. I had some ideas, but I never put anything down, and I just kind of just went. If you ask me that today, which you kind of are, mine is execution.
Mm.
That's top of my mind on everything. And I told like 6 months ago, and it's a lot of the I stopped going to the masterminds and things like that. I needed to execute.
They execute more. Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
I I couldn't take it to learn. I have the materials, I have the knowledge, I have the
You just need
skill.
to execute.
You have to, and to you in general, you have to look at yourself and say, hey, do I continue going to all this training or do I have to do the work? You have to do the work. You have to. So, I mean, and that's all of us. And in any profession, there comes a time you have to get off your butt and do the work. And so that's where I have been. And I've dedicated, I've stayed consistent with calls. I've got a lot of motion happening and the results
Yeah.
are going to come. It's just like when you run a marathon. You're training for a marathon. You're not going to be able to run that marathon the first day you sign up. Probably not.
No.
You build towards it, right? And that takes 6 months, 9 months, 12 up towards that marathon so you could run 26 miles.
You're right, and I think you've done really well with execution this year as well. So my word here was peace, but it goes way beyond just being calm kind of peace. It's things read emotional intelligence. You learn about becoming aware of what emotions are, what they mean, how to overcome them a little bit better. And peace played a huge part into this year. I never kind of realized it. I thought of the word peace. Okay, my word of the year is peace, but it's not like I sat down every day and thought about it. And not that I had a strategy to implement peace into everything that I do, but it has stuck with me literally throughout the whole year, and it's affected me in such a good way, possibly a bit too much in some certain things. For example, something happens that I didn't want to happen, or it just affects my business or affects my family, whatever else, rather than lashing out and letting anger take over or whatever else. It's kind of like just stepping back, looking at it from a bird's eye view, making decisions in a better way, kind of thing. So that's what the piece for me was. This year, coming into the next year, I think I'm going to change it for probably the complete opposite and change it to
War.
because I need to be way more aggressive with my execution, with my planning, with maybe not decision making, but how I feel about decision making. I need to be way more aggressive with it and just kind of stop being too good sometimes because I've been hurt a couple of times this year with being too nice, I think, when it
Hmm.
comes to agents more than anything else.
Hmm.
And it's like, it's time that and just and level up from where we are. Talking about that, one of the things that I am thinking about now with business planning and all the rest of it is literally just living day by day, winning the day. So yeah, set goals, make plans, do your business plan and all the rest of it, but just live it day by day. Whatever happens today, tomorrow it's gone. Just don't think about it, don't dwell on it, don't get sad or upset or angry or whatever it is because of what happened yesterday. Start fresh when you wake up. Now you have the next however many hours you're awake for to win today. And then we start again tomorrow. And then you start again the day after. And then you start again the day after. And then you start again the day after. And I think that's how I'm going to aggressively come into implementing my business plan for the next year to essentially do what you're talking about, which is, yeah, it's just execute. It's having the plan, having the information, having the materials, but just making sure that every single day they're executed upon to make shit happen and win the day. That's the from now on, it's win the day. Just every
Awesome.
single day, win the day. I can't go to sleep if I haven't won that day. That's the idea. If I go to bed at like 10:30, I'm like, I didn't win the day, just get back up and send like five more messages. I don't know, something. Make something happen. Make sure that you go to bed every single night thinking, yes, I did it. I won the day.
So, do you think, and I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate here, 365 days a year are you going to be able to win every day?
I think that you can win. Every day is going to be different. They're not all going to be good. But when you have your worst day, there's something that can be done to make you win that day. I don't know. It could happens, for example. I don't know, like some kind of accident or whatever. I don't know. Something that's got nothing to do with business or whatever else that it just affects everything, right? Like if you broke a leg, that affects your business because you can't do anything. You may have to go to the hospital or whatever. But you can still win that day by while making better decisions emotionally. I don't know, making sure that everyone else is okay, not freaking out over whatever happened to you or whatever it is. I'm just using the accident as an example.
Mhm.
So I still think there's ways that you can win the day, no matter how bad your day is.
All right,
Just
good.
like people always say, it can always get worse kind
Yep.
of situation. Yeah, you can always do something to win that day.
Yep. I like it. It's a positive way to retrain your brain is what you're doing. And so that's,
Yeah,
just like that. Hey, you break a leg. Yes, that in the moments, but that's where you got to say, hey, hold on, let me overcome this. All right, I'm gonna
yeah,
be laid up for 6 weeks, whatever the, consequence is.
right.
How do I make something out of nothing? Change mindset, stay positive, and yeah, and that way you may win the day mentally, you may win it emotionally, you may win it physically.
Exactly,
You
exactly.
may win it, yeah, professionally.
And I really want to with it. Aggression needs to be my needs for next year. And I'm not talking like violent aggression, obviously, but
You
yeah, just my
should.
approach with things, sales, negotiations. Yeah, I just need to be a little bit more aggressive with it. That's me personally, to make things happen. And I think this is important for every business owner or anyone that's in business for themselves. And I know it's probably going to not sit well with a lot of people that I'm really thinking about like 7 days a week, just flat out work for like a certain amount of time because I'm willing to sacrifice that for a short amount of time for it to then create so much more free time in the future, right? Anyone that builds a big, huge company will do that. They'll work nonstop for 7 days a week for months and months and months, maybe even years on end. And then by the time they're like 50, if they wanted to, they could probably retire. I'm not at that level, obviously, but my mindset's there. Like, be super aggressive with it.
With you being aggressive, be strategic in your aggressiveness.
Of course, yeah, yeah.
And that's when I hear you say 7 days a week, I get it. But you're also a family man. The kids
Yes.
want to hang out with you too. So you do want to balance that. And I know I'm preaching to the choir on this, but that's where, yes, you can. But I also think rest does us well, to come back even stronger. And it is, I was talking to somebody, oh, they were talking about training one of their family members to do some of their work in real estate. He's like, oh, I get frustrated with it, blah, blah, blah. And I said, hey, if you take 2 steps backwards, and take that moment to train them, you'll probably take 10, probably
Yeah.
more
Sure.
forward. And
Yeah.
in that little bit of time that you took, you're going to
Hmm.
go leaps and bounds over years forward. And she's like, that's it. And it's just there taking that, even that one day off to recharge, enjoy the family time, be present in the moment. Then that's where this is going to go even bigger. You're very creative, Ian. You'll be able to get some of those juices flowing. And then even you'll be able to think, hey, in July, Spain's going to shut down. How does that look? You would have that on your head too. How do I push through that? How do I make connections there to keep that ball rolling? How do I keep going at that moment? Or do you look outside of a box, especially with a model like EXP, where, hey, if Spain shut down, cool. Well, the 29 other countries that we're in are open,
Yeah.
so that's where you want to challenge yourself to say, hey, in 6 months, I'm going to shift this aggressiveness into outside of Spain. I'm a big advocate of the break. I know you can handle everything you put your mind to because I know you, Ian. So I'll leave you with that. I'll let you always
Right.
make up your own mind, anyways. But I think that strategic aggressiveness will be super beneficial. You tie in consistency, you're going to dominate,
Yeah. Yeah, that's
whether it's
huge. And
5 days a week or 7 days a week.
exactly, exactly. But even then, planning and organizing the week or the day on certain days is definitely going to include family stuff anyway. I'll aggressively make sure that that family stuff gets done and there's no work done at all in that time block, right? But yeah, I don't know. It's just me. I'm super driven right now, and I
Good.
feel like I need to crack down for 7 days a week for like maybe the first for 3 months. Let's just say like 3 months, 12 weeks.
Yep.
See what happens. I don't think anything bad can come of it, apart from maybe, like you were mentioned, maybe sacrificing a little bit of family time. But me right now, I'm so motivated that I'm willing to do that to make shit happen.
And I know you will include Trini on that conversation.
Oh yeah, big time. Oh yeah,
Include the kid, hey, here's our goal. And if I could do this by this date, I want to reward us with this. Do that and say, hey,
I
I
spoke
need you
about
to push me. What's that?
it's fun. It's funny how you that because I kind of went there today speaking with my wife. I have a in mind I need to put away money wise
Hmm.
for me to be able to make it to Utah next year for EXPCon.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
baby.
So that's where my mind was with it. It's like I think 2026 is the year that I'll go in to the States for EXPCon.
Let's make it happen. Again, put it up on your vision board,
Yep.
share it with everybody. Yeah, let us know, man, and we'll help hold you accountable. And then
Yeah.
let the aggression out. I always appreciate this stuff. You got me excited. You got me motivated today, brother. Wow.
Got you. Got you aggressive. So yeah. Now peace has been a really, really good mindset for this year and it's worked really well. I've been super smart with my decisions, not getting overwhelmed by things. Even with like family stuff outside of business. Like something happens, rather than going crazy and running around and fix it and oh my God, what's going on? It's just take it easy. Let's see what's going on and see how we can fix this efficiently and effectively, blah blah blah. The mud and the dirt and the grit and the meat and potatoes of it all next year and just be more aggressive with it. So it's gonna be I'm excited. I'm
Good.
excited for it. And I love to see a plan unfold and progress be made. I heard somewhere, I can't remember where it was. I don't know if I read it, if I heard it, if I watched it, or whatever it was. But when you have a goal and you've planned to get there and you see the progress going towards it, you can see it in your life and you can see it in your business or your fitness or whatever else. It activates the same part of your brain that's activated when you take cocaine. So it's like that's why it feels so good to see it happen in real time. So you set a goal when you know you're going to hit it or you see your numbers increasing towards it or whatever it is, you know you're in movement towards that goal. It feels amazing. That's why it's because it's that same part of your brain that's like, yes, we want more of this.
That's
This is
awesome.
good. Yeah, not cocaine, but we want more of this goal setting and and moving. So I don't know.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
just to clear that up. Yeah, aggressive. Geez.
No,
Well,
I
that's
love that,
cheating.
brother.
That's cheating.
It is cheating.
Yeah.
Well, I know more are going to be happening too, and I appreciate you sharing that with us today. Let's get out of here and let's go be aggressive and
Yeah.
make some, brother.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's be intentional. Let's get stuff done and make everything better for everyone. So, yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Love it. Let's do it, buddy.
Cool.
All right. Well, hey, until next time.
Let's go!
You should just ask, just stay. Just ask, just stay. You should just ask, just stay. Just ask, just stay. You should just ask, just stay.